Hello, everybody. Let's try this one more time. I keep unmuting my mic. How is everyone today? Hopefully, everyone's doing all right. Present and accounted for at this particular moment, we got Adam McGee. We got Christian, also known as Fogray. We got, I'm just going to say Katie. I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name. We got Garth Beagle just popped in. Soulblatz, Paradigm, Jay from the House of Moth, Trina Conrad, and of course, that other short fat bald guy, Mac 84, and Ivan Stasic, and I'm sure I just butchered your name too, and Mike Mullet. So if I missed your name, I'm sorry, but welcome all the same. Hopefully everyone's doing wonderful on this Saturday afternoon. It's like 150 freaking degrees here right now. I have the air conditioner on. Hopefully it's not too terribly noisy. It's going to get replaced here soon. So we have one special guest here, and that's Fogray, also known as Christian. He is the owner of Macintosh Garden. If you're not getting your stuff from Macintosh Garden, you're getting it from the wrong place. Hey, Greg. Hello, Ozelot. We're kind of just kind of letting everybody kind of trickle in here. I'm kind of hoping that Steve will throw a few people in this way. Adam, Mike, how far from you? How far am I from Lidditz, PA? I am about 35 minutes from Lidditz. 35 minutes from Lidditz. Hey, that rhymes. I am rather close to Lidditz. It might even be closer than that. Um, Lidditz is right off of 78, so not too far away. I actually go to Lancaster on a somewhat regular basis. My sister lives in downtown Lancaster. Hey, we got company! Look at this fuzzy asshole! Say hello. Say, I like to knock all the mice off of Daddy's desk into the trash can because I'm a jerk. Somebody lives is selling 2 Mac SEs for $50. Oh, okay. Where is that posted at? Is that on Facebook Marketplace or? Hey, Patrick. Hey, Patrick. So I got a Patrick Geist, and then I just have Patrick. Yeah, if you let me know where you found that out, I'll look for it because that's definitely a decent deal. Facebook Marketplace. Oh, okay. Let's. Hi, Jared. Let's look once. Yeah, here we go. First thing that popped up on my screen. 2 Macintosh SE. Neither work or have a keyboard. Local pickup only, $50. Yep, I found it right away as soon as I changed my radius on my search just a little bit. It was it was the very first thing that popped up. All right, I sent a message to see if they respond. Okay, so what did I miss here? Oh, thank you, Katie. Yes, he's a very nice cat. He's a freaking butthole. But yes, like Mike says, he is so cute and so sweet. He gets away with anything. So, and yes, 10.4 is best. 10.5 sucks balls. Patrick, you're reinstalling Mac OS on your M1 already, and that's bad. Yeah, that's crazy, and everybody needs one of these. Are you ready to go? I have things to do. No? Why the heck is my keyboard replaces H with a G? Wow, I have no idea. I have things I have to do. I have things I have to do. Oh, oh, okay. That makes sense, Patrick. Please talk in Windows, Linux, or Android because I don't understand Mac language. Well, I can't do that because if I talked in Windows, Linux, or Android, you wouldn't understand me because I wouldn't be able to talk at all because I'd be broken. That's my ceiling, by the way. Very nice. Cat break like an ad break. Yeah. We should learn how to cat, Trina. What do you think? Oh, so what we have here is probably a nightmare, but we're gonna deal with it here anyway. Yes, Prada, I love you too. No, you cannot get on my lap. Go pester Lydia. I'm sure she'll love that. Probably have blood coming out of your ears in a second or two. Oh, what did I lost my brain here. Not that that takes a lot right now. All right. Yes, Patrick, I agree with you. I like the classic OS myself. Um, but I'm stuck with 10. But you know, oh, cool. And iBook G3, they're pretty cool. I've never had one of those before. So So what we have here is an iMac. So I got this off of Facebook Marketplace. It was like pulling freaking teeth to get the goddamn thing. Guy had me going 16 different directions in Carlisle. He said, "Oh, I need you to go here. Oh, wait, no, I need you to go here. No, no, wait, I'm not there now. I need you to go here." It's like, are you serious, dude? I was just about ready to freaking time to go. Never mind. I was about ready to go time to do something. But it's a 17-inch 2006 iMac. It works perfectly. So this is a 2 gigahertz Core 2 Duo, and this has 4 gigs of RAM in it, and it is running Snow Leopard. Snow Leopard was on it when I got it, and I did actually get this for a very specific reason. So I do have a couple of things I want to do with this machine. So, but in order to do said things, I need to do some updates to said machine. So yes, this is an Intel machine. This is a cousin to my Imac G5. So I think you saw the big spider getting lost. Chrissy, and everything gets lost in Mac 84's basement. So, oh, that sucks, Adam. Yeah, I got pretty lucky. This one here is in pretty nice shape. Um, when I booted it up yesterday, the first thing that showed up on the screen after it booted up is the Snow Leopard intro video, which is pretty cool. So it had a fresh version of macOS on it. So, but we have a, ooh, excuse me. I just woke up from a nap and I'm yawning. So we have a Core 2 Duo 2 gigahertz. This is a Merom based machine. We do have Bluetooth, which funny thing is I was trying to connect my headphones to my computer here, my streaming machine, and when I brought up the Bluetooth in Windows, the first thing that popped up on there was the iMac, which is funny. So, uh, we have a Radeon X1600 with a whole whopping 128 megs of RAM. Wow. Uh, two gigabyte DIMMs. Now, I was reading something that this model was limited to 3 gigs of RAM, but it seems to be seeing all 4, so. And on the SATA tree, we have a hard drive of 160.04 gigabytes. We do have USB, and of course, we also have FireWire 400. So, to my knowledge, the memory in this is maxed out, which is fine because I wouldn't want to go over what's in it anyway. Well, it actually had, when I say fresh, it had 10.6 on it. I booted it up last night. It was doing updates all night. So we're gonna take a look around back here. I got the original power cord with it, which is pretty cool. It's not a special power cord. It just makes it look better, I guess. I don't know. So we got our video network, gigabit network, 2 FireWire 400s, 2 USB 2s, or 3 USB 2s, and our sound in and out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in. This is a Samsung 250 gig 860 EVO SSD. This drive is already loaded with a copy of Tiger for Intel Macs. something I've always wanted to do and I've never done. I have never in my life used Tiger on an Intel Mac. So I want to see how it runs. I want to see how it is compared to Tiger on a Power PC. I'm sure it screams. Oh, and I got this white Pro mouse with it. I don't know if this is the original mouse. I mean, it is an Apple mouse, but this is only the single button one. I don't think this is what came with it. I think these came with the Mighty Mouse. So, yes, I got this from Facebook, Trina. I paid $35 for it, so it was a good price. So now, show of hands, how many people have ever taken one of these iMacs apart? Because if you haven't, you're in for a treat. These things are a bitch. Yeah, I bet it was on a Mac Pro. um, so I used to have a. Yeah, it'll only go up to Lion. That has to do with the 32-bit EFI. It's like the original Mac. It's actually the same as the original Mac Pros, but there is actually a workaround for the original Mac Pros to allow them to go up to LCAP. I don't know if that workaround would work on this or not, and truthfully, I'm not exactly. I don't really know if I would want to run LCAP on this particular machine. I don't think it would run too terribly well. But you never know. It might. It might run great. I doubt it. Here we go. Yeah, I might actually use this machine because I mean I don't have like a particular use for this machine outside of the uh, the videos I want to do. It's not like I've always wanted one of these. Um, Actually, funny story. So my iMac G5, for those of you who know me, for those of you who don't, um, I have a 2004, 5, 2005 model iMac G5. It's a 2.1 gigahertz 20-inch model. It's the top of the line. It's the last G5 iMac I ever made, and I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace, I think, for $50. And it turns out it's a prototype. But ironically, when I went to go get it, I thought I was buying one of these. The guy didn't know, um, so I was hoping it was a G5, but I was figuring, just by luck, it was going to be an Intel. Well, lo and behold, it was actually a G5, and not an Intel, and it just happened to be a very special G5. So, yes, I need to get into Linux, Trina. I have keep saying I want to, and Yes, Garth, that's the one with the compact flash slot, and it is actually labeled as a well, it's actually labeled as a former Apple machine. It actually used to belong to Apple. Holy crap! I think that's the fastest I ever got one of these apart. First time I did my G5, it took me almost like 45 minutes to get the damn bezel off. There we go. Holy shit! That came right apart. Now, Unix, I do have experience with. Um, I do have experience with Unix and AIX, so I'm not exactly a virgin when it comes to Unix style operating systems. But AIX and Unix are almost totally foreign to compared to Linux. And the versions I've used were so old by this time that there are probably so many changes. Yep, that's what I have. I have a 20-inch G5 iSight. So, matter of fact, it sits on my desk right behind me, right behind my Mac Pro. It's set up on a desk right with my G4 MDD, and I uh, I play games on it pretty much. That's what I do with it. If you go back through my video history on my YouTube channel, I actually have a lot of videos uh, on that machine. you you gotta do this, take this live as a disassembly guide. Well, if you've never taken one of these apart, I suggest getting a service manual. If you need a service manual, get a hold of me on Facebook and I will give you one. These machines are a pain in the ass to deal with. The only reason I know how to take this one apart is because I took my G5 apart. So, and typically the first time is the worst. After that, they seem to come apart fairly easy. At least mine does. So, I'm going to say that this is probably a virgin machine and it has never been touched. Because you don't have to take the machine apart to put RAM in it. You can do that right through the bottom of the machine. Yeah, the SATA interface on these first gen Macs is very slow. So, but I'm not doing the SSD for speed. I'm doing it because I'm going to pit this machine up against my iMac G5 and see which one is better. We're going to go in terms of benchmarks and whatnot, and some real world testing, and that's the main reason I'm putting an SSD in here. I'm not putting an SSD in for any other reason, to be honest with you. So it looks like somebody bought this memory from OWC. Jay's favorite company. So, judging from the condition of everything in here, we definitely have nobody's ever been in here. Because this foil always gets destroyed. Because you have to mess with this to get the LCD out. I think this is like RF shielding. I would probably just normally remove it and just be done with it. So down here is an infrared port for the remote that I don't have. This is a sleep light. It'll be kind of interesting to see what the differences internally of this thing are too. The case is practically identical. I got two down-firing speakers. Here's a fan, probably a North Bridge, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Is that Wi-Fi and Bluetooth or just Wi-Fi? It looks like that's just Wi-Fi. So there's probably a Bluetooth module here somewhere. Just that's just a SATA thing, just popped right on the front there. Oh, hey, right there's the battery. That's pretty cool. So on the G5, the battery is a coin cell just like this, but it's on the back of the logic board. So you have to tear the entire computer down to nothing to get the battery out. Mike, yes, it will be Tiger against Tiger, or it might have to be Leopard against Leopard. So, oh, hello, Nick. Not really. I don't really need a remote, but thanks for asking. Oh, okay. I'll remember that. I'll take that into mind, Paul. I don't really, I don't really have I don't really have a use for a like high-end iMac. So there's a very good possibility I'm going to do whatever I do with this thing, and I may actually give this computer away to somebody. Or I might just keep it, be like Steve and just hoard it. You never know with me. It's usually a bit of a crapshoot with me because I might say I'm going to keep it and then give it away, or then I might say, oh, I'm going to give this away, and then end up just keeping it because I like it so much I can't part with it. I'm weird like that. Stop hoarding, collecting. Yes, Trina, yes it is. It is definitely collecting. I hate these stupid LCD screws. No, this is a 17-inch. Unfortunately, I really wanted it to be a 20-inch, but it's only a 17. So, but the price was right. So either way, I wasn't going to say no. All right, so should be able to get the LCD out. Hopefully, probably not. Starting to come out. There we go. Oh, it's just stuck to all the tape and whatnot up here. Good old FCC regulations. There we go. Wow. There is a lot going on in this thing. Holy shit. There's definitely a lot more in here than there is in the G5. Wow. Uh, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to forego pulling the board out because you don't really want to get involved in that at this exact moment. Uh, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of crap going on in this machine. So, hey Dave, how you doing? Yeah, these are like next to impossible to actually get back together exactly as they were. Uh, this one here I don't, and this is one I don't really care about. Um, like in terms of making sure it's like picture perfect. Oh, oh, what the hell? Huh. Well, the hard drive's not even. totally attached. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. Just snaps in there. Oh, I need to take it out. So, yeah, this has definitely never been replaced as original stock 160 gig Apple hard drive. Yes, they are not fun to take apart. That is sure. You would know, wouldn't you? So Dave, he got a 20-inch G5 eyesight like I have, non-prototype model, and it got damaged in shipping. So he bought a 2006 Intel model to fix it up, and yeah, He's regretting his life choices on that. So, but he did get it fixed up. It looks really nice. It works really well. So he has no regrets. Whoops, this is the one I went. So I'm going to keep this drive just in case, because if I do to get rid of this machine, I will likely pull the SSD out. So I'm going to hang on to this drive. This drive works fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Hey, Sad Mac. Yeah. Yes, Adam. I'm going to get the iHammer out and just give it a couple of strategic taps until it does as I wish. So one interesting thing I note is that there are only two fans in here. There's one here and one here. So I guess this does run a little cooler than the G5 does. Of course, then again, there's a lot of things in this world that run cooler than the G5 does. No, these are different. Here's the power supply on the Intel. It's just this tiny little thing here. And then there's a inverter board here, it looks like, for the LCD. So the G5 power supply takes up like this entire side because of the much higher power processors that are in it. So I'm getting my absolutely favorite SSD mounting product. And that would be VHB tape. This is the same stuff that's holding the SSD in my Imac G5. This is the beauty with SSDs, is it doesn't really matter if they're held in or how they're held in, because there's no moving parts. I love it. Like the primary boot drive in my Mac Pro is a 512 gig SSD, and I have that in the optical bay underneath my Blu-ray burner, just chilling in there. It's just hanging in there, and I can do that because these things are freaking sweet. It's a shame that this technology didn't come out a lot sooner. Yeah, just in there chilling. Easy peasy. Yeah, and they weigh nothing. I know. So, yeah, mounting it like this is, and even if the tape lets go, which truthfully it may, what's it matter? It's not going to matter, you know. So interestingly, this is a LG Philips LCD. But it doesn't say engineering sample on it like my iMac G5 does. That's very disappointing. And of course, I lost two of the LCD screws. I would expect nothing less. Dave, this is a 2 gigahertz Core 2 Duo with 4 gigabytes of RAM, and now a 250 gigabyte SSD. It originally had a 160 gigabyte hard drive. And whoever designed this thing should be just fucking shot. I mean, just plain and simple. Just I don't understand why the screws have to be recessed, and to top it off, why they have to be freaking torqued. Alright, I gotta lay it down here. Just gonna work on my last nerve. I'm actually kind of surprised I even have any nerves left. Oh yeah, I'm sure it was the same person who did the Imac G5. It's an identical machine, case-wise. You know, it's just the only difference is basically. Are you fucking serious? The only difference is basically the technology inside the machine has changed. Fucking serious? Where'd that go now? Ugh. You know, I can disassemble and reassemble a goddamn iPhone with less problems than this machine's giving me. Oh! I'm about ready to leave all the goddamn LCD screws out, is what I'm going to do. Because, as I've spoken before, I don't really freaking care. No, there's no IBM technology in this because there's no IBM technology in this. Dave, remember the PowerPC G5 is an IBM processor. That's why it has an IBM Northbridge. The G5 is essentially, I think it's an IBM Power 6 processor. So that's why there's an IBM Northbridge in the G5s. Well, NAS drive is just an SSD drive trainer. Should be no reason why you can't. No reason you can't use that on your Mac Pro. I use NAS drives on my Mac Pro. Hey, Alex. Yes, NAS drives are they're just regular SATA drives. They're rated more for constant use. That's the only difference with a NAS drive. They're just rated. They're supposed to have a longer mean time between failure versus a standard SSD. So, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think there's any difference between them and a regular SSD. I mean, I could be wrong, but in my typical experience, there isn't usually a lot of difference, contrary to what they might tell you. I think it's all marketing. Yeah, I have a couple of NAS drives I use on my Mac Pro Trina. I see no issues. They're just standard SATA drives. So, ooh, don't get a 5400. Get a 7200. Yeah, that's what I read too, Paul. But this machine is actually showing 4 gigs of RAM. So I don't know if somebody is full of crap or if there was a firmware update somewhere along the line or what. Because I was looking last night because I wanted to know what the max RAM was because I was going to upgrade. I figured it was 4 gigs. But yeah, this has two gigabyte DDR2 DIMMs, and they are both being recognized by the system, and it is showing 4 gigabytes of memory. Now, whether it actually uses all 4 gigs of memory is another story. It's possible it may only be showing it, may not actually use it all. But I have a 2008 MacBook Pro. It has a Core 2 Duo and it's a pen ring, and that has a RAM ceiling of 6 gigabytes for some stupid reason. I don't know why. Apple and their fucked up RAM ceiling on their machines. You know. Um, and with two 4 gigabyte DIMMs in it, with a total of 8 gigs installed, that only shows 6 gigs. So I don't know. I thought it was weird, but yeah, I believe there may have been some firmware update along the line to allow this machine, because that's really all it is. It's, you know. Now there are physical limitations inside the processors in terms of how much memory they can address, but no Core 2 Duo is going to stop at 3 gigs. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I got it with 4 gigs of RAM in it, so, you know. I bought it. I bought it thinking it only had 2 gigs in it, because that's what the guy said. It said it only had 2 gigs in it, which was fine. Because The machine I want to put this up against is my Imac G5, and that only has 2.5 gigs in it. Um, so it wouldn't have been a big deal for me to only have 2 gigs in it. Oh. Midna's in the background singing the song of her people. She asks that you listen intently. Yeah, I've never seen a SODIMM of 4 gigs. Um, I've seen regular DIMMs with 4 gigs in DDR2, but I've never seen a computer can actually use them. Well, it's wow, that loads fast. I don't know why none of the Wi-Fi networks are showing up. It's possible it's possible Tiger may not see the airport card in here, because I do believe that I think that Leopard came out on this machine initially. Yes, I am going to put Snow Leopard on it. So the eyesight camera works. Yay! So we got Tiger running here. Let's go to about this Mac. It shows 4 gigs of RAM. Oh, the airport card's turned off. That's why. That's okay. I don't need the airport anyway. I don't particularly care for it. It's an ATI X1600, I believe. Oh, whoops. Let me see here. Radeon X1600. So it's a PCI Express, but it's only 128 megs. It's kind of weak, very weak. So, I mean, it's an iMac. You know, what do you expect? So, what do you say we install Snow Leopard? Now we get to see if the DVD drive works. Go to activity monitor. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah. Kind of hard to see, but right here it does say 3 gigs. That's kind of fucked up. You have a Core 2 Duo Mac Mini that you don't remember buying. Benchmarks are waiting because benchmarks are for another video. If I do all the good stuff in a live stream, then I won't be able to. Then I won't have any content to make. And I do actually have a regular scripted video series I want to do with this machine. Hence the reason I bought it. I've never had an older Mac Mini. I know Steve has a couple of them. He likes them. I mean, they have their uses. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're not the best machines in the world, but they do have their uses. I have a 2012 Mac Mini. So I actually own this copy of Snow Leopard because I wanted to. I bought a 2001 Mac Pro years ago, and I needed an operating system for it. So I bought Lion because that was the latest they were running. So I bought Lion from Apple. Well, Apple doesn't give you a disk; it's only a digital download. And this thing had no operating system on it. This was before I was really good friends with Steve and Jay and all of them. So I had to go and buy Snow Leopard. I think I bought Snow Leopard from Apple. So I had to buy Snow Leopard so I could install Snow Leopard, and then I had to update Snow Leopard so I got the App Store. And once I got the App Store, then I could install Lion on the Mac Pro. I should have freaking stayed with Snow Leopard. Snow Leopard was great. I never had problems with it. No, Arthur, I'm not. I'm not deleting 10.4. I'm actually going to have this as a dual boot. It's going to have 10.4 and 10.6 on it. So, yeah, I'm not. I'm not deleting uh, Tiger because I want to use Tiger on this machine. Hey, Retro Techie. Yeah, I like Tiger and Snow Leopard. I don't care for Leopard. That's a good analogy there, Alex. Windows XP was a great version of Windows. I mean, it's 20 years on, and people still 20. I mean, 20 years after it was released, people still love Windows XP. I mean, it was a great operating system. I still use Windows XP on a lot of my machines. You know, I used Windows 2000 for a while, then I went to XP, and then Vista was crap. I bought that when it first came out, and that was the worst mistake I ever made. And then I went to 7. 7 was 7. I loved 7. 7 was great. 7 was like I always called 7 an updated version of XP because it was so good. And then they went to 8. Not that there was anything wrong with 8, but it was just inappropriate for a desktop. So, yes, thank you, Trina. You should go help support Retro Techie and all of us little YouTube guys. We try to help each other out when we can, you know. Yeah, yeah, Paul. 8.1 was a lot better. I mean, when they brought back the start menu and stuff like that, it was better. But you could tell it was definitely designed for a tablet. So, and Windows 10 is not that bad, except for the fact it's Windows. But I mean, I'm using Windows 10 right now on this computer, Oh, sorry guys. I'm still here. I'm trying to do something here in OBS. Bear with me 1 second here. So, oh, that's not the screen I wanted. There we go. This is the one I wanted. So, all right. So this is the computer I stream from. Oops. I'm still getting used to this machine. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience with Windows 10, so, but I mean, it works pretty well. It's very quick actually. The early versions of Windows 10 were horrible, but these later versions were a lot better. So this is a Core i5. It's a 4590, so it's a fourth gen Core i5. It runs at 2 gigahertz. I have 8 gigs of RAM in here, which I probably won't upgrade. Um, so as you see, it's a 4 core processor, and the display is a HD graphics 4600. So it's just using built-in graphics. So this computer is about the size of a Mac Mini, um, and it's actually built into. I have it built into the back of the monitor I'm using right now. So, but I did. Yeah. So this is the machine I stream from. So I mean, I do use Windows. It's not a bad operating system. It's just not my preferred operating system. Uh, I prefer to use a Mac. Oh my God, I had nothing but bad experiences with ME. Yeah, Pterodine, the original releases of Windows 10 were absolutely atrocious. They were, oh my God, they were horrible. I had so when Windows 10 first came out, I was actually still using a PC full time, and I was using Windows 7. I had Windows 7 Ultimate, and I loved it. It was great. Never had problems with it. And then they kept pushing those. Oh, well, you can update to Windows 10 for free. So I said, okay, well, you know what? I'll give it a try. What the hell? Lydia, Lydia, come here, come here, come here, Rippy. Right. Um. So, and yeah, it was horrible. I got a pretty girl. I got a pretty girl. I got daddy's pretty girl. She's a gorgeous kitty. See, I'm beautiful. Daddy knows it. Oh, thank you, Paul. I'm glad you like my teardown videos. I'm trying to do some more of them. Oops. Hey, I got a message. So I got a reply about the two Mac SEs. So that they're out of town, won't be back till tomorrow. I was like, okay, well that's fine. I said they want me to pay them with Venmo. I was like, yeah, I'm not paying you until I got them in my hands. I mean, I do use Venmo, but I don't like to. So what are you looking for, Alex? A DDR3 1600, 4 gig? I mean, I got quite a few here. I got a lot of 4 gig SODIMMs here. Yeah, right here's one. Give me one of these. This camera sucks. Doesn't have the autofocus. Yeah, Alex, how many do you need? I got a whole bunch of them here, buddy. That one, let's see, that's a 10600. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3. I think I got about 4 of them. Might even have more than that. It's over here. Oh, these are 2s. Okay, never mind. So these are 2 giggers. Yeah. So this is my memory tray, my laptop memory tray. This holds 50. There's 50 SODIMMs in here. Everything from I think there's a couple of PC 100s in here somewhere. What's DDR? I think there's some PC 100s in here, like very few, maybe 1 or 2. But yeah, there's everything in here from PC 100 to DDR3. So yeah, Alex, hit me up on Facebook. Um, I'll help you out, buddy. Send me a message through Facebook Messenger. Um, Mike's tray of memories. Yeah, it's a tray of memories, all right. Oh well. Here is another tray of memories. There's a lot of memories in here. So I have these things here. I've never used these. I don't even remember where I got these from. So these are Patriot branded DDR2. These are 4 gigs. But I've never actually had a computer these work in. Um, they're not ECC or buffered or anything that I know of. No, they're not buffered. They're just regular DDR2. But I've never actually had a machine that these would work in. So, kind of a weird thing. Hey, Frederick. Yeah, I got a pretty good collection. Now this is nothing. Steve over there, he's got like a couple of thousand SODIMMs just floating around everywhere. He got from a recycler when they were stripping down laptops and stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous. We were sitting there sorting through SODIMMs for like hours one day, just trying to see what all we had. And then I have this as well. This is my Mac Pro memory collection. I'm not even sure. These are mostly 512K or 512 megs, I think. Yeah, a lot of these are 512. I think there's a couple of like ones or twos floating around in here, but for the most part, these are all 512 megs that I've taken out of Mac Pros over the years, the older model Mac Pros. So they all work. There's a 1 gig. So I got tons of these too. But yeah, if hit me up on Alex. Hit me up on Facebook at Mike's Mac Shack. Uh, and let me know what you need. What I'll do is I will give you my phone number so you can text me proper because I don't use Facebook Messenger more than I have to. Um, but I will, yeah. I mean, if there's anything I can help you out with, I'll gladly help you. So, yes, those are the big ones are fully buffered DIMMs. Those are for the early Mac Pros, the 1, through 3, 1s. They're DDR2, usually 533. So I know it's probably hundreds, Steve. I was being dramatic and saying thousands. It sounded better. He's got thousands of them everywhere. I mean, you walk and it's just like piles of RAM everywhere. It says it's over half done, but it still says 22 minutes. But then again, we're talking about an Apple progress bar. Uh, Fred, if you're watching this stream, you're looking at the 2006 iMac. It's booted up right here, guy. Turn your video on. Yeah, okay. I hate to say it, but the only pussy is going to be on my OnlyFans page. It's going to be that kind. And she's quite happy sleeping right now. Say hi. So this is going to turn into Mike's Cat Shack. uh, and I don't know if you guys have actually met this one, because she doesn't come out of the kitchen very. This is Lydia. Um, she is a very nasty, bitchy cat to everybody but me. So she loves Daddy, and Daddy can do just about anything he wants. I can pick her up and carry her around and everything else. Most people that try to get within 3 feet of her, she'll freaking draw blood. The last time, it's funny, so my ex-fiance used to be able to pet her but not pick her up or anything. The last time my ex-fiance came over to the house, Lydia actually drew blood. She grabbed her and pulled her hand in and started biting her. So anybody tries to get into my house and because as soon as you walk in the front door, you go right into the kitchen of my apartment, and you can't go anywhere in the house without passing right past Lydia because she sleeps in the kitchen. She lives in the kitchen, so she she'll probably attack you. Yes, Frederick, this one's going to go up against my G5 iMac. That's why I bought it. So, and that's the only reason I wasted my time to put an SSD in it. So, and I have no money. Yeah, I paid for the SSD, but it's not like I went out and bought one specifically for this machine. I had one laying around. I got a couple of them laying around here, and so yeah. Oh, that is very very true, Sadman. So, uh, yeah. So whatever Lydia is, Prada is the exact opposite. So Prada will be walking around the house helping you find all the stuff that you want to take. The only other way you can contact me, Arter, is through if you have an iPhone, you can send me an iMessage to my email address, which I will type below. Or you can send me an email there. Either or. That's funny, Nick. This one's not fat. She's just very fluffy. Hey, Logan. How you doing, buddy? What's going on, kid? Yeah, Sad Mac. Most of my cats are like that. I have about four that won't, just have zero fucks to give. Uh, Lydia won't hide from you, but she won't allow you to do anything to her. Prada will be up your ass, as will Simon. Simon will love you to death. And then I also have Boots. Where's Boots? That is Boots. She's on top of my Classic 2 right now. She is fairly friendly. Um, she's about 50-50. Her and Lydia are actually arch enemies. Um, if they even see each other, they start growling at each other. But actually, her sister Lucy, and not sure where she is, but her sister Lucy, who looks just like her except she's gray and white and about half the size. Um, she'll let you get close to her but not touch her if you don't know her. So, and yeah, you see Prada's on my lap. He's taking his life into his own hands being this close to Lydia. He knows better. But the other 5 cats that I have will hide. So. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Logan. Like lost as in ran away lost, or lost as in you had to put him to sleep? Because if you can come over here to Pennsylvania, Logan, I'll gladly give you one. Hey, it's done. Let's restart. Ah, it could be. I try to give my cats pretty quality cat food, but they're picky little assholes, so. Oh, I'm sorry, Logan. Yeah, I know what that's like. You should have seen me when my last cat passed away, Oreo. She passed away about 2.5 years ago now. I came back from vacation in New York, and she passed away shortly thereafter. So yeah, Logan. After my last cat passed away, I just bawled like you wouldn't believe. I thought I lost my firstborn child or something. Yeah, I can imagine, bud. Aw, sorry to hear that, kid. I always hate it when people lose their kitties. So here we go. We now have Snow Leopard. Might as well do the updates. Now this is something that Microsoft can't seem to handle. I can still update this version of Snow Leopard from 2007 or so, 6, 7, fine, and I can't update a fucking copy. I can't even activate a fucking copy of Windows XP. Ugh. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, if you have a kitten in your garage, Logan, there you go. Maybe they're trying to tell you something. All right. So since this is 10.63, this should be the only update I need to do. Yes, Jay, the Tiger Restore image worked perfectly. No, Jay, it's not leopard, it's freaking snow leopard, you asshole. Oh, Logan, it's a little black kitty. You gotta keep it, dude. It's your kitty cat reincarnated as a super cute little black kitty. Maybe if you're lucky, it'll be floofy like Lydia. CJ, snow leopard. Snow leopard. There's a cat for you. Hey, Steve. You have two? Yeah, well, the last time I let F-bombs flow down, Mike, you had a fit. You're like, my kids are watching. Watch your language. This show is rated R for language. Frederick, I have Tiger running on the G5. I also have Tiger running on my MDD and my Sawtooth and my iMac 17-inch or 15-inch iMac G4 and my what's that other one? Oh shit! What the fuck is that other silver one? Quicksilver. Oh God! Oh, talk about a fucking brain fart. Oh, that's cool. I have three brothers, Arthur. Arthur. They are all they're all hiding in the bedroom, I'm sure. But I have three brothers. They're actually the first three cats I ever got. They were all strays. Yeah, I got it, Alex. I will reply to it. Uh, I will reply to it as soon as I'm done here. Oh, you didn't miss much, Alex. And you should quit smoking. That's my PSA for the day. Take it for somebody who used to chain smoke and ended up waking up in the hospital in the ICU with a freaking tube going down his throat because it was breathing for him. Well, that sucks, Brandon. Oh, those GPUs are easy to replace unless it took out other parts of the computer, which I know some of those GPUs are notorious for doing. I never used NVIDIA GPUs. I always use ATIs personally. I mean, personally, that's just my personal choice. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with NVIDIA. I've always had ATI video cards over the years. Even in my PCs, I always used ATI, so I just stuck with ATIs. I have a Radeon RX 580 now. Okay, vaping, I mean, still not good. I mean, I vape too, so, you know. I used to use ICQ back in the day. All right, let's see if we can connect to a server. There we go. This is not my RAID array. This is my hard drive. I don't think I really have any software on here that will really run on this thing. Most of the stuff I have, I think, 64-bit. More software updates? Oh, wow. Security update 2013. That's wow. Maybe. Damn. She's playing with the cord of the mouse. She's a dork. I don't know, but I intend to find out, Alex. Um, I am going to get some universal binary games to throw on here. Um, that same thing, some of the same games that I run on the G5, because I want to test out how well each iMac plays the games. Panther won't even run on this; it's too old. So Panther only runs on Power Max. And I really do wish, I really kind of wish that they would have released a version of Snow Leopard for PowerPC, like an official copy, an official version of Snow Leopard for PowerPC. I think that would have been awesome. They killed the PowerPC too fast. I mean, I know that the whole debacle with the G5 and shit was a nightmare, but I still think they canceled. I think they got rid of it all too fast. We're having a stare off now. Oh, Okay, I got you now. Ah! Oh, sorry, that one went right over my head. Medal of Honor Allied Assault. I will bear that in mind, Alex. I've never heard of that one. So, and that's not necessarily true, Garth. If they would have, if they would have stuck with IBM, they could still be using PowerPC processors. I mean, I have an IBM Power 8 server at work that uses basically a PowerPC processor. The problem is the G5 was rushed. Motorola didn't have a design. They couldn't find anything to succeed the G4, and basically in a panic, IBM just whipped off one of their power processors. I think it was a Power 4, um, and just said, "Well, here we'll just use this," and threw this at Apple, and now we have the G5, which as everyone well knows, is the only production computer Apple ever made that required liquid cooling to keep the damn thing from burning itself out. Can I have the mouse back? No, I don't think it was that because truthfully, the IBM power processor was outperforming Intel way better than. Um, but of course, to the consumer, numbers are the only thing that matters. If you have a Pentium 4 running at 3 gigahertz and a PowerPC G5 running at 2.5 gigahertz, even though the PowerPC G5 is 10 times better, it's not going to matter because people are only going to look at the numbers. You know. But no, the main problem with the G5, and I think the main reason that they went with the Intel is because uh, they were having issues coming up with processors powerful enough to go into a desktop, but actually still be energy efficient enough to be viable. So, hey Violet, G5s are great machines. Actually, Frederick, it's the other way around. They got pissed off at Nvidia for the leak. It wasn't ATI. It was Nvidia. So yeah, exactly, Garth. The power series of processors, which is still being made today, by the way. They're server processors. They're made for, like Garth said, they're made for enterprise level servers. They're very fast. They're very efficient in terms of moving data around, but they don't have any consideration for power consumption and heat dissipation because they're server processors. Well, no, you can't use a G5 in a laptop. You wouldn't have a battery. But they are very powerful processors. I mean, they blow the G4 away in terms of like just raw horsepower, like nothing. But the G4 blows the G5 away in terms of efficiency and power consumption. So, I wonder if we can get on YouTube here. Remind me later. Nope. Huh. Yeah, PCs were made more for gaming. I mean, PCs are gained more. PCs are geared more towards general home use, like gaming and stuff like that. Whereas Macs are basically Macs. I mean, they are their own thing. But we're talking about heat, power, and power consumption. And everything. Intel's having the same exact problem now with their Xeon processors. They can't get them to run efficiently and stay cool at the same time. And the Core series of processors has been around for 10 years now. Well, over 10 years now. They just keep tacking more shit onto what they already have, and they call it a new generation. They're not actually redesigning the technology. And I think that's part of the reason that Apple went with their own in-house brand. I mean, first of all, it keeps their production in-house, so they have more control. My asshole neighbor with his bike, and it allows them more control. But they've got it down pretty good. I've never used an M1 Max, so I can't say from personal experience. But they seem to have it pretty much down pretty good. They've been using their own silicon for years now with the iPhone and iPad. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Macs were never very good gaming machines. Even today, I play games on my Mac. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, there is the game selection for a Mac is pitiful because nobody wants to bother coding for what's essentially an obscure platform. You know, I mean, Mac OS only accounts for I think like 3% of the installed user base of personal computers, whereas Windows has like 85%. So what are you going to code for? Are you going to code for Mac OS or are you going to code for Windows? So, you know, A 2009 8-core Mac Pro. That's a nice machine. How much do you want for it, Violet? Frederick, not really. The trash can, I mean, if somebody walked up to me and gave me a trash can and said, here you go, I'd take it. Would I actually go out of my way to purposely purchase one? Probably not. I don't have a use for one, first off. Um, but I mean, they have so many issues that I don't see it as a viable. I don't really see it as a viable machine for everyday use. So, oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. Artifacts. There. Oh. I'm trying to find a version of Arctic here. Of course, half these websites that talk about artifacts I can't even open. So I'll probably have to download it on my Mac Pro. Yep. I'll have to download that on my Mac Pro. Alright, take a break, guys. I will be right with you. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Why did that wire come off, or? I can resolder it. I'm kind of right in the middle of doing a live stream right now. No, that's okay. I just put everybody on hold. I could swing down tomorrow and pick it up and do it tomorrow for you. No, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, you too. Okay. Oh no, I was talking to one of the guys I work with. I forgot I don't have this set up like I used to. Oh. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna have to download this on my PC. Let me go over here to my Mac Pro. You guys can watch Lydia for a couple minutes there. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, or the Mac Pro 5.1 is definitely going to be better, especially if you're running something like DaVinci or Final Cut Pro. The GPU availability is much better. I mean, I have over here, this machine here is it's a 2009 Mac Pro. It's been firmware flashed to 5.1, so it'll accept all the latest and greatest stuff. It's a single 6-core, 3.06 gigahertz with 64 gigs of RAM, an RX 580 video card, and probably somewhere around 20 some odd terabytes of storage locally, with more even remotely. All right, so we got RX installed. So let's put Safari. Oh, won't want to run. Oh yeah. Yes. So I used to use this on my 1.1 Mac Pro with under Lion, and it always worked pretty well. Quality. When it comes to watching, videos. That's what Lydia does. She just sits there and pauses at the screen. She's a dork. I don't know. Works acceptably to me. Yeah. I can always mute it later. I don't know. It works pretty good. I mean, it's a lot. Truthfully, it's more usable, at least online, than a G5 is. So, let's. Uh, I can't remember the IP address. There it is. First thing. So right now, so I'm using a 2006 iMac to connect to a 2005 iMac. Oh, so this is my what you see on the screen right now is my iMac G5. Whoops. Uh, can't remember what all I got on this thing here. The best I could do with 480 on YouTube, but for a lot of what I would probably use this thing for would be acceptable to me. It's not like I want to watch HD movies on it. So I have no idea what the DPI is, Dave. I'll have to download some games and stuff. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it definitely does. I mean, it does stuff like YouTube that my iMac G5. I mean, it totally chokes my iMac G5. So Emacs do have great screens. They have Mitsubishi Diamondtrons in them. I mean, they're like a Mitsubishi knockoff of a Trinitron. So they have gorgeous screens in them for tube. And CRTs, see, CRTs are a lot more flexible when it comes to different resolutions and whatnot. LCDs are usually fixed. You know, you can't make stuff bigger or smaller typically. If you do, you're actually scaling it. You're not actually It's not an actual like the actual thing you're looking at. Whereas on a CRT, it doesn't scale. It actually can adjust the resolution usually on most monitors. Not on all of them, but on many of them. Oh, yes, CRTs do definitely downscale better without a doubt they do. No, no, my G5 it's an iMac G5. It's a single processor, single core, 2.1 gigahertz. Matter of fact, you can see it over there in the distance. It's over there in the corner. That's if you look around on my channel, there's a lot of videos. I've done quite a few videos on that. That's my prototype G5 iMac. Um, Great machine. It does PowerPC stuff perfectly. But yeah, when it comes to doing internet and whatnot, it's not good. So yeah, newer LCDs are a lot better than the older ones. The technology has really improved. I mean, I have a pair of 20 or I'm sorry, a pair of 32-inch Acers on mine, and they're great monitors. They're only HD resolution though, which is kind of disappointing. They only support 1920 by 1080. I was kind of hoping with getting a bigger monitor, I'd be able to do a better resolution, but yeah, they were only 100 and I think $130 each. So I mean, they were dirt cheap, and they're only like an inch and a half thick, like the actual screen. I don't even think it's an inch and a half. I mean, they're ridiculously thin. Hang on a minute, I'll be right back. I'll be right posted, guys. Alright, unfortunately I'm going to have to cut this short. I got to drive down to York. So, because Grubhub in their infinite wisdom decided that, oh, well, when you log into your account, we're going to change you your work address instead of the home address you ordered from. So now I got to drive down to work and wait for fucking food to show up. So, sorry guys. I got to cut this short. So, we'll do this all again soon. I might do something tomorrow. I'm still in conversation with that person about the 2 Mac SEs for $50. So hopefully we can do something there. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. Sorry I had to come out so quick. So you guys all have a wonderful night.
This is a warning from the past, to make sure you're learning from mistakes that you did last. Send me a letter when you're done, evaluating what your short life has become. You should know. You should know. Don't try to cover up your ways. In light of what you've seen so far, there are better ways. Throw preconceptions down the drain.